So here we
Yes.
go. Okay, ma'am, you start.
I'll start. See,
Yeah.
when we talk in terms of mental health, I personally think it is at two, three levels. One is we have to accept that no matter what your profession be, whether it is a responsible or non-responsible, what I mean is maids who work in the house, they are irresponsible, but yet they also have some stress. In that sense, I mean, stress everybody has. Now, this stress becomes worse or bad or upgraded, I don't know how to put it in terminology, is when we enter the competitive world. And when we enter the competitive world, we should learn to accept that this is a part of life. But we don't. Since we don't accept it, we get stressed. Now, why I'm saying this? Because maybe it's a little bit personal, like I was speaking to Pinaki sir. I come from a medical background where my husband is a doctor, was a doctor. My husband is no more. He was a doctor. My son is a doctor. My daughter-in-law is a doctor. And they all are so damn used to seeing 150 patients a day without getting stressed, answerable to every patient at every moment. They ring them up every time. But I see they are not stressed. They just manage time. My husband is never used to be stressed. My son is not stressed. My daughter-in-law is not stressed. So I'm trying to say, if we accept this as a part of life, then it's not so bad. Second, when aspect I'd like to say is, when we talk in terms of mental health in the past, how was mental health taken care of? I think it was linked to religious practices. When you went to a church, you focused on God. It gave you a peace of mind. In Hinduism, Hindu religion, days were different. So on Thursday or Saturday you did puja, or in the morning you did puja. You focused on something which was away from you. And when you focus on anything which is away from you and not yourself, then I think stress gets less. If I concentrate on myself, then I think I start thinking in terms of stress. Oh my God, my head is paining. Oh my God, my dress is not good. I'm giving simple examples. But when we sit in front of God or a spirit or someone who's above us and we focus on that, then I think stress gets less. So chanting the mantras, chanting puja, or chanting maybe Christians, their hymns, let people stress. Whereas now, fourth aspect, what I want to say is, today in general, people do not have much of belief in God, or those who have do not have as many religious practices as they were in the past. So we have created this problem. We have made ourselves a victim, and then we say we are stressed. So if we decide to get out of it, I'm not saying you have to go back to religion. I'm saying you have to go back to spirituality. I know people who do just chanting of some words, some phrases every day, and they also get less stressed, and mental health can be taken care of. Or you'll find little gardens, public gardens, I'm saying, which are there all over India now, not so much as in the past, but we have small, small gardens in lots of places. And I see groups of people who have laughter clubs. So that is their way of controlling their mental health. So ultimately, if we focus on something which is outside us, but we decide to participate in that, and we decide to compromise family members with whom we should not fight. I'm saying family members, not necessarily life. We decide not to argue, but to handle situations in a more matured manner. Then I think mental health is already taken care of by these various means. So that's all what I contribute. Thank you, sir.
Good. So I would just like to connect the dots, Mongala ma'am. How you live your day, and how would you like to connect it with mental wealth as far as this book is concerned?
Well, I do personally, my husband used to insist that I do yoga, and he was an internationally recognized yoga teacher in addition to his medical practice. So he has taught me just those relevant yogas which will keep me fit. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So I start my day with that, and that's how I do it. Then, just for fun sake, I have joined another yoga group, which I know is not very good. I'm being honest, but just to meet some friends and do it, which I do again at 4 o'clock. That's two. Third, I try. The way I handle my maids in the house is very different. I tell them, "ये काम है," and this is the time slot. I
Okay.
never insist that they should do it now and immediately. I tell them, ye kaam hai, and this is the time slot, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. You take your time and do it. So I control myself by not uh, focusing on what shall I say, unimportant things, and that's the way. Two. Third, what I do is I connect myself very well, I must say, with my son and with my daughter-in-law. They are both doctors, seeing 100 and 150 patients a day, but we do manage to find time for each other, and that's how we manage it. Now what we have also done is, so that the family comes together and remains together, when we are together there will be no servants in the house. Okay, so the servant will come and do the work either pehle or baad mein. When we are there, no servants. So this is a way of, keeping ourselves very close. And if we are far away, then every day we are connecting and telling each other what we have done during the day. Could be a phone call, could be a text, and that's it. So this is my way of just handling things. And I go myself to the bank. I don't take my car or my driver to go. I do it myself. So I think, when you start participating and taking part in your life, it 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 does change your perspective. I do not link it to position, I do not link it to standing, I do not link it to money. I just do what I have to do. And this I have learned when I was staying in Europe, that even the big shots out there, they do not link any work to any prestige or anything. They'll just get up and do it. Like, I'll give you a small example. I was working for a corporate in Europe, where my director then, about 15 years ago, my director then used to draw in Indian rupees, he used to draw about 15 lakh rupees a month. Okay. But he would get up and make his own cup of coffee. In Indian style, you'll have, hey, Krishna, ajao, coffee lao, sugar dalo, all this nonsense which we do. And I have seen people, I saw life, Westerners make life so simple, that I think if we all learn this, it adds a lot to our peace of mind, and that gives one a lot of mental health, I think. I gave a simple example. I'll give you one more example. I had a student who used to serve wine in at the Taj Hotel in Bombay. Okay. And he used to tell me that all the arrogant people and arrogant behavior are invariably 100% Indians. Whereas the Western people are very simple. They'll say, I want this wine, I want that wine, please mix it up, and that's it. So these small learnings or observations which I had in life taught me a lot of things, that what is life, what is mental peace. It is this, not getting carried over by your education, by your prestige, by your money especially. Because sometimes, if money, हम जो बोलते हैं पैसे खीसे में हो तो नहीं ठीक है, but पैसे दिमाग में गए तो it spoils. So sometimes it is money which speaks, sometimes it is prestige which speaks, sometimes it is arrogance which speaks. And if we do away with all that, then I think life is very simple.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
ma'am. Thank you
If
so
you
much.
want, I can give you one more example recent. When my
You
husband
have to.
expired, the Indian Medical Association, they rang me up and they said, we are 500 people are coming. Please make arrangements. We want to come for the cremation. I just rang them up. I said, no, this is a family. I do not want any strangers, any outsider. And my husband is going to have his funeral with family members only. So if you learn to put your foot down and understand what is and where you should lay your stress in good times and bad times, or observing others, I think we have a lot of learning skills. And this gives you a peace of mind, according to me. Thank you, sir.
Brilliant. So, see, one thing we need to remember that we have to squeeze our own presentation within 5 minutes, not beyond that.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. Now, since things are getting more exciting over last couple of weeks, so we have to be more in control of whatever we are doing.
Yes.
Yeah, and we have to connect the dots with this book. This is very important. That whatever
Yes.
we are doing, just connecting the dot with this book.
Yeah.
That some chapters, some thoughts that you came across, some activity which you're already doing, and you're
Yeah.
just connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Good, thank you. Yes, Ankita.
Hello, sir. Hello, everyone. Good evening. So, from my side, I have read the topic High Leverage Systems Building the Engine. So, I'm reading it from the book. It is page number 46. Here, Sahil is telling that for every, when yesterday, as we were discussing about goals and anti goals, so beyond that, there is one more thing is you have to create a system. There should be a system which like a process where and uh, you have to take daily actions on that. So that is what I want to highlight. What was my learning? He has also given an example of a. Sir, is it okay if I tell or
Yeah,
in
tell.
regard of time? Will I'll cut it short. So Leon, we know the player Messi. So what if we see him? He is uh, one of the known soccer player. So he says that he also sets goal, and it's, I didn't mark those lines. So I can tell it in depth tomorrow. So author has given this one. So in general, what author is trying to tell that the all these known persons like what let it be Warren Buffett or Leonardo Messi, so they have to achieve their goals. They have set these systems. They follow certain set of system and they start taking action towards it. So we that he is one of the greatest soccer player. Though he is a great player, he also follows the same thing. The rule is same for everyone. It is not like because he's famous, he has different set of protocols or what he follows. These are all basic small things. This is also mentioned in the book Atomic Habits. Only thing is we are not consciously following it. That Sahil has to say. So these are the small guidelines. So leveraging high systems and taking action which that is nothing but meaningful actions which it has to be progressive actions. Sometimes it happens with me also. I want to achieve many different things. I want to do this. I want to be a uh, good book reader. I want to excel at my work. I want to be good at cooking. I want to be a good homemaker. So I have many, but I only think in my mind. But after reading this, I got to know that there is no system I have created for myself. So that was awareness. So today I decided I'll do many things, but due to some things I couldn't do not even one. So I lack in making systems. So that is the learning from me for this topic. High leverage systems building the engines.
It's a very powerful chapter and very powerful section. Like if you just read, you really need to read. At least I read it at least 4 to 5 times, and I came up with this wonderful thought about the full form of system, which I shared in one of my sessions. SYSTEM. So system is all about save. SAV save for S. Y is yourself. The next S is stress. SYS. T for time. E for energy. And M for money. So what is the role of a system is it saves you or save yourself stress followed by time, followed by energy, followed by money. So when you have a system in place, you can actually save on all these things because the system works. A simple example, like I can connect it with a very simple example. One of the simplest example could be just opening a fixed deposit account, or maybe just opening a SIP in any mutual fund in the simplest form. So you put up a system that an amount of say maybe 1,000 rupees deducted from your bank account every month on a particular date, say maybe on the first day of the every month, an amount of 1,000 rupees will be deducted and it will be posted in that particular mutual fund. There's a system in place. That mutual fund is supposed to work in its own way. Now, if you have this system in place, you don't need to do anything else rather than checking it after some time that how much wealth is there, how much that money has multiplied. This is what I'm talking about system. Now, if I use these all these 6 letters, what do I see? It saves me. It's automatically saving yourself stress. So you don't need to carry the stress. 1,000 rupees वहां पे कब डालूं, कैसे डालूं, कौन सी डेट को डालूं, डाल भी रहा हूं या नहीं, है ना? मनी बढ़ भी रहा है या नहीं, पता नहीं सब सही चल भी रहा है नहीं, है ना? We are thinking about all these things. This has been taken care of. It is taking care of your time. You don't need to work on that thing anymore. It is already being set up like that. You don't need to work on putting any extra energy for that. And energy is also getting managed. You can use that time energy into doing something else. And obviously money. You don't need to put any money, extra money to get this thing done. And by the way, time is money. Like what we are discussing in this money magnet masterminds, we are doing a huge work on time and money connection. So I could see the connection here. As you are talking about this high energy leveraging system, I just connect this word system with that system, Ankita, that we're talking about. So whichever area you have identified where you need to put a system, you just make sure that it must save you stress, time, energy, and money. I think I'm done today. Next, Sir Dr. Aditya, can you please come on camera? Let's have a picture. So Poonam, you are getting a sense of it, right? What we are doing.
Yes, I am understanding.
Essentially, what we are doing is we are living the book.
Yes.
We are reading the book from any chapter, any page, any section. We are connecting the dots with our daily activities. Some activities we are probably doing, being proactive. And then we are coming here at 7:30 and just sharing our experience.
Yes. So while I'm listening and I'm thinking how I can connect with my life. So like I'm sitting in office, but there is a cook who is already at home and making food. So I'm thinking, okay, this is something the system I have created that I'm not at home, but things being taken care there.
Absolutely. So I'll share this soft copy of this book with you.
Yeah, please share. I don't
I'll
have
share
this.
it. I will also add you to our group. We have a group called 5 Types of Wealth where I share these videos also, the sessions that we do together, so that you listen to your own story. And as you listen to your own story, you discover that okay, what kind of emotions I'm adding, what I was thinking at that point of time, what was happening in my mind at that point of time. And after that, what I'm doing is I'm taking those scripts, audio scripts, transcript of your session, whatever you said, using AI and creating a story out of it and publishing that story in the group.
Okay.
And now you have an opportunity to observe that whether this story is at all something which you wanted to share.
Okay.
So basically, I'm training AI to understand your emotions. It is giving me a story. I'm reading that story. If I think I want to make certain changes, I make certain changes. I'm putting it up there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And eventually, what I'm looking forward to is creating a course out of it, such that how I can use AI to write my own story from my own life experiences. And once
Okay.
I have a set of stories, I'll start posting it on, like you already have a LinkedIn page. You can create a new LinkedIn page on that, where you will be posting all your own life stories, daily life stories.
Daily.
Eventually, that can be compiled into a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pick up some stories out of them and compile it into a book, and probably you can create a series of books every year with your own stories. That is
Yes.
our intention, ultimate intention. All right. So let's have a picture. Let's look at the camera, everyone. And here we go. We'll count 1, 2, 3 together. Okay. So 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
Okay. So in fact, I am almost done because I've already connected the system thing, though I had some other idea tonight. If you would like to add anything to this, Poonam, you can also add right now.
Related to 5 types of wealth.
Well,
Okay, so actually, what like I'm getting from this is like I'm listening to Louise Hay. So see, in her like I'm doing positive affirmation. So in her affirmation, she says that uh like you have time, so that is also a kind of wealth. You have a relationship, so that is also a type of wealth. It's not only the money in your bank account, but whatever you have in your life, that is also a wealth. So having a family, having relationships, having good health. So everything collectively is a wealth. Only the money in the
right.
bank account should not be. But uh, many of like people think that only if we have that much of a amount in our bank account, that is the wealth.
Absolutely. So now let me share with you that Sahil is talking about 5 types of wealth. These are the 5 types of wealth. Can you read them? Are they
Uh,
readable?
yeah, it's time, social, mental, physical, financial,
Financial. Okay. And as Indians, we can add one more, which is spiritual.
spiritual,
So what he's talking about is he's connecting all these things with a word called health, wealth.
wealth.
He's saying that if you consider them as wealth, and then you see what is possible. Like physical, this is also wealth. Mental, this is also wealth. As Mangala Mang was sharing about her perceptions, her experiences. Then there's a financial wealth which is we are already working on. पैसे के लिए हम काम कर रहे हैं ज़्यादातर. Then there
Hmm.
is social wealth. So the social wealth is just not limited to people meeting people in the society. There are a lot of other areas where probably you and I are not even active. So we can
Yes,
choose to be active there. Discover what is possible. Like right now, you are experiencing social wealth. You are connected to 3, 4 of us. We are discussing something which is probably adding some value to your life, some way.
right.
So this is fundamentally what Sahil is talking about in this book. The importance of this book is that one of the reasons why we picked up this book is this is a book which was published almost a year ago. And within 1 year, it has become a New York Times bestseller, and it is on the New York Times bestseller list for last 12 to 13 weeks at number 2 position. So that means there is something in this book which has made it that popular.
That probably.
Okay. Now, what we are doing that unlike most of the book reading clubs, where people read books, they come out with their own aha moments or insights or takeaways. We are doing it in a different way. We are basically living the book. And living the life of Sahil, for example. So he's 31
Hmm.
now. So he is an example who became a millionaire, or maybe, I don't know, maybe he's a billionaire probably right now. But he became that kind of person at a age of 31, like Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, Larry Page, yeah, Hewlett Packard for that matter, or maybe even Bill Gates. So he became that person by simply writing a book. This is the power of a book. So if you can write a book in that way, so I'm also doing a lot of research in how to come up with a book which can be a bestseller within a year's time or within 2 years' time. So what kind of content should be there in the that is the kind of research I'm doing for almost last 1.5 years. So naturally, when I'm thinking about writing a book, my first intention is how to make it popular.
Yes.
Otherwise, it will just remain as a legacy, like most of the book coaches are talking about, that you leave a legacy. I don't want to leave a legacy on the bookshelf of my family. So again, so this is another opportunity that we all have as we are living this book. So living this book in every possibility, not just by the words it is written. How it became a
Yes.
bestseller. How New York Times bestseller is not a joke. The worldwide books are getting sold.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this is also one of the research work or case study that we can do with this. So as you start living it, you will start discovering, okay, I can connect it with my life also. You can come up with your own book in your own ways. And we can take help of AI. Why we are taking help of AI? One of the reason being that it could be possible that I am not a good writer. I do not know how to write well.
Yes.
Okay. I
Then, yes.
have very good thoughts. I can think about many things. I am a good storyteller. Maybe I am not a good storyteller. So we are talking about story crafting. Crafting a story. They're like aircraft, spacecraft. So we are in a journey of crafting a story. And eventually what will happen that आपके अंदर के जो भी हुनर है ना वो धीरे धीरे बाहर निकलना शुरू हो जाए. Certain things which you already have and you are looking for different opportunities for it to come out, but you are not getting those opportunities. Maybe there are hidden talents you are not even aware of. Sometimes you get to see them.
Yes.
So these are the opportunities which are opening up as we are in this session. And the only commitment is from 7:30 to 7:55 or 8 o'clock. That's it. But now since the numbers are less, we can talk more. But
More.
I want more the numbers so we can talk only 2 to 3 minutes and we can create a more powerful way of putting things in the right perspective. Okay? So that's it for tonight.
Yes.
Yes.
Tomorrow, same
I
time, same.
Uh, and one more thing, actually, I
Yes.
want to share. In afternoon, I was thinking about it. Like I was saying, we. So actually, what happens in UP? I'm basically from UP, and in
Hmm.
our area, we don't say मैं. हम कहते हम. So everything we say हम. तो बोलते
Hmm.
हम मतलब कितने लोग? तो we call ourselves हम. So maybe my subconscious is always saying like that only.
Quite likely. Quite likely हो सकता है.
हाँ मतलब किसी भी बर्ड को वो मैं नहीं बोलते तो नहीं हमको ऐसा नहीं करना हम वहां जा रहे हैं उसको हम हिंदी में ऐसे
Very true. Very true.
हम्म,
Even Eastern UP and Western Bihar also have a similar kind of thing.
हाँ,
Good. That's a good observation. See, that is why you are coach. You know what is the role of a coach? What is the role of a coach? Let us end the session with this thought. What do you think is the role of a coach?
To
uh,
guide. To guide.
and I think decoding also someone's programming what is that person's programming once we decode then we can change it or improve it.
Okay. What else? What else it could be?
uh,
What is the role
Maybe
of a coach?
which is making person more aware about themselves.
Okay. Very close. What else?
They can know themselves better.
Okay. What else? What else? Ankita? What else? What else it could be?
so firstly, the coach should coach themselves before coaching others. Secondly, they should be good listeners. They should be good observers. Then only we can call ourselves coach. So my definition of coach.
Yeah. So what is the role of a coach? The question is, what is the role of a coach?
To coach, to
think
सर वो है ना वो
every
send
person like उस
will
पर्सन की खुद के जो पोटेंशियल्स हैं उसको एम्पावर करना है कि वो अपने पोटेंशियल
inspire others. हाँ, correct.
Okay. Now let me tell you my way of looking at it. What is the role of a coach?
To make
You
another
know,
coach.
the coaching is make you think the way you never thought before.
Okay.
See,
So that is called transformation, no?
if you look at the perspective of neuro linguistic programming, अगर हम NLP के perspective से देखें, NLP क्या बोलता है कि you are not supposed to give any suggestion, any solution, or any advice to somebody. A good coach doesn't do that. He never does that, or she never does that. And if, like, even if you notice that you are giving suggestion to somebody, you are not coaching that person. Coaching is you ask that person and help that person to connect the dots that he is already aware of.
So it's more in question form like
It is only in question form. There's a
Hmm.
power cut here. So it is only and only in question. It's not more or less.
Hmm. Actually, there is I
If you look at
was
from NLP perspective, it's all about chunking, chunking up, chunking down, chunking sideways. It's
yes.
all about chunking, chunking.
Sure. Actually, I came to know about this NLP, I think 4 or 5 years back during the COVID time. Uh, yes, at that time, and there is one person, Anil Thomas. So I read that post about NLP on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
So then I read the book, and then I just keep deep digging in about it because I was liking this subject. So I read few books, and one book is only in the question form, and that is just make you think about this. They are not saying this is right or this is wrong. It's just they are giving their perspective, and then you have to think about it, what whether this is right or wrong, or something that is up to you.
Very true. Very true. In fact, the foundation of NLP is two things. NLP walks on two legs. One leg is reframe, the other leg is anchoring. So when we are talking about reframing, this is exactly what we are doing. That replacing the word problem with say situation. तो आपने सोचने का तरीका ही बदल दिया.
Yes.
So that's what the role of a coach is. You think over it. This is my way of looking at it. That is the role of a coach is like the activity of coaching itself is making you think the way you never thought before. Think over this. Okay, so that's it for tonight, and we'll meet again tomorrow at 7:30.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye. God bless you all.